Here is the comprehensive, deep dive expansion of your content. I have maintained your exact headings but infused them with technical depth, T-codes, example, OVA2, VOTXN, and the strict discipline required for a chaos-free SAP system. 16. Log of incomplete items and text determination. This section is about discipline and communication in SAP SD. If pricing is about money and delivery is about execution, incompletion and text determination are about correctness and clarity. Most business errors are not due to wrong configuration, but due to missing data. We forgot to enter the Incoterms. Wrong data, we entered the wrong payment terms. Unclear instructions. The warehouse didn't see the special packing note. This section ensures mandatory data is never skipped. Business intent is clearly documented and flows from order to invoice. Downstream documents behave predictably. Example, a delivery won't be created if the shipping point is missing. Senior consultants rely heavily on these controls to prevent chaos, not to fix it later. Log of incomplete items. Incompletion logic ensures that critical data must exist before a document can proceed. Without incompletion control, orders save with missing data. Example, no Incoterms. Deliveries fail later. Warehouse cannot ship. Billing blocks appear late. Finance cannot collect. Business loses time and trust. Why is SAP so stupid? Define incompletion procedure. T-code, OVA2. An incompletion procedure is a container of rules. It defines which fields are mandatory. Example, VBKDINCO1 for Incoterms. At which document level, header, item, schedule line, or partner? The error trigger, does it just warn the user, or does it stop the process? Key idea, greater than mandatory does not just mean screen mandatory, making the field required in the UI. It means process mandatory. You might allow an order to be saved without a PO number, but you might block the delivery until it is entered. Assign incompletion procedure. T-code, V45, sales. V46, delivery. Once defined, procedures are assigned to document types. Assignments, sales document type, VOV8. Assign procedure 11 to order type OR. Item category, VOV7. Assign procedure 20 to item category TAN. Schedule line category, VOV6. Assign procedure 30 to schedule line CP. Partner function. Assign procedure 40 to partner SP, sold to. This allows different strictness per process. Inquiry, very relaxed, can save without payment terms. Order, strict, must have Incoterms. Billing, critical, must have tax ID. Define status group. T-code, OVA2. Inside the definition, the status group tells SAP what to block if a specific field is missing. Examples of status groups, O1 General, just marks the document as incomplete, yellow light. O2 Delivery, blocks the creation of a delivery, VBUK lifts K block. O3 Billing, blocks the creation of an invoice, VBUK FKSAK block. O4 Pricing, blocks both delivery and billing if price is missing. This helps in structured error handling. You can let the user save the order so they don't lose their work, but prevent them from shipping it until they fix the missing data. Incompletion log configuration defines when incompletion is checked. On save versus on entry, what blocks are triggered? Delivery, billing, goods issue. Whether document can be saved. Warning, data is missing. User clicks OK. Document saved, but blocked. Error, data is missing. User cannot save until fixed. Critical rule, greater than save allowed, but processing blocked is usually best practice. It prevents user frustration, I can't save my work, while protecting downstream processes. Sales header, typical mandatory fields, VBAK or VBKD. Sales area, org data, sold to or shipped to. Partners, payment terms, financials, Incoterms. Legal transfer of risk, PO number. Customer reference. Pricing procedure, must be determined. Impact, missing header data affects the entire document. If Incoterms are missing at the header, no items can be delivered. Sales item, typical mandatory fields, VBAP. Material number, target quantity. Plant, logistics source. Item category, process driver. net value. Price. Impact. Item level incompletion blocks only that specific item. You can have an order with 10 items where 9 are complete and shippable, and 1 is incomplete, blocked. Sales schedule line. Typical mandatory fields. VBEP. Delivery date. Confirmed quantity. Availability check result. Impact. Delivery cannot be created. The schedule line contains the when and how much for the warehouse. If this is incomplete, the delivery creation program, VL01N, cannot function. Partner. Typical mandatory fields: sold to party, SP, shipped to party, SH, billed to party, BP, payer, PY. Impact. Billing failure. Without a payer, you cannot post to accounting. Credit check failure. Credit checks run against the payer's credit limit. Delivery header. Typical mandatory fields: LIKP, shipping point. Route. Planned goods issue date. Total weight or volume. Impact. Blocks picking or goods issue. The truck cannot leave if the route or weight is missing. Delivery item. Typical mandatory fields: LIPs. Storage location. Where to pick from. Batch number. If material is batch managed. Picked quantity. Must equal delivery quantity for PGI. Serial numbers. If serialized. Impact. Blocks goods issue. PGI. You cannot post goods issue if you haven't told the system which batch or storage location you took the goods from. Text determination. T-code. VOTXN. Text determination ensures business communication is consistent, automated, and auditable. Texts are not cosmetic notes. They are vital instructions. Legal. Goods remain property of seller until paid. Commercial. Special 5% discount applied per contract X. Logistics. Forklift required for unloading. Internal. Customer is angry. Handle with care. Customer master. Sources of text. General texts. Central data. Applies to all sales areas. Sales area texts. Sales org data. Specific to that sales org. Usage. Shipping instructions. Deliver at rear gate. Billing instructions. Send invoice to central HQ. Automation. These are automatically copied into the sales order header when the customer is entered. CMIR. Customer Material Info Record. T-code. VD51. Sources of text. Specific notes for this material for this customer. Usage. Customer's description. Part 123. Red widget. Packing instructions. Pack in blue boxes only. Critical in, automotive or OEM, where strict vendor compliance rules apply. Pricing condition. T-code. VK11. Condition text. Sources of text. Text maintained inside the pricing condition record. Usage. Explaining why a discount was given. Summer promotion discount or damaged goods allowance. Importance. Transparency. The customer sees exactly why they got a discount on the invoice. Audit defense. Auditors can see the justification attached to the price. Sales document header or item. Configuration. Text IDs example. 0001 form header. 0002 internal note. Access sequence. Defines the search strategy. 1. Check customer master. 2. Check preceding doc, quote. 3. Check CMIR. Usage. Header text. Project ABC. Applies to whole order. Item text. Cut to 5 meters. Applies to specific line. Delivery header or item. Configuration. Text IDs linked to delivery type. Usage. Packing instructions. Copied from order or CMIR. Route instructions. Call 1 hour before arrival. Warehouse notes. Instructions for the picker, not printed on delivery note. Impact. Warehouse efficiency depends on these instructions being visible on the transfer order or delivery note. Billing document header or item. Configuration. Text IDs linked to billing type. Usage. Legal disclaimers. Mandatory tax text. Example. Intra-community supply. Payment instructions. Bank details or pay by check to. Origin of goods. Required for export invoices. Risk. Missing text equals legal risk. An invoice without the correct VAT clause might be invalid. Shipment document. Usage. Transport instructions for the external carrier or freight forwarder. Driver notes. Gate code 5566. Compliance data. Hazardous material declarations. Text determination mechanics. T-code, VOTXN. The logic is identical to the pricing condition technique. 1. Text types, IDs. Example: 0001 shipping instructions. 2. Access sequences. Search strategy: look at customer, then quote, then manual. 3. Text procedure: which text IDs are valid for this document type. 4. Assignment: assign procedure to sales doc type. Key difference from pricing: pricing searches for numbers. Text determination searches for strings of text. Real project scenarios. Scenario 1. Export order. Incompletion, Incoterms, and mode of transport made mandatory. Text, customs declaration text automatically copied from a standard text key, SO10, based on the export pricing procedure. Scenario 2. Customer-specific handling. Incompletion, customer reference PO made mandatory. Text, packing instructions copied from CMIR, VD51, to delivery note so the warehouse sees it. Scenario 3. Legal invoice, EU. Incompletion, VAT registration number mandatory for 0% tax. Text, reverse charge mechanism. Text automatically appears on invoice if tax code equals a 0. Common real project mistakes. 1. Making everything optional. Disabling incompletion logs because users find it annoying. Result: data quality collapses. 2. Hard-coding texts manually. Developers writing "write, thank you" in the SmartForm code, instead of using text ID configuration. Result: you can't change the text without a code transport. 3. Not copying text downstream. User types a note in the order, but it doesn't copy to the delivery, so the warehouse never sees it. 4. Overusing free text, allowing users to type unstructured notes instead of using drop-down codes. Hard to report on. 5. Ignoring audit requirements, failing to capture why a credit memo was created in a text field. How senior consultants use these tools. Incompletion equals prevent bad data. The gatekeeper. Text determination equals communicate intent. The messenger. They don't rely on training users to remember to type things. They configure the system to enforce it. Mental model to lock in. Greater than incompletion controls. Greater than. Greater than. You cannot proceed unless this is correct. The stop sign. Greater than. Greater than text determination ensures. Greater than. Greater than everyone, warehouse, customer, finance, knows what was intended. The sticky note. Final perspective. This section is about discipline, clarity, and prevention. Strong incompletion equals fewer support tickets for why can't I bill. Strong text determination equals fewer customer disputes for you didn't follow instructions. Senior consultants design systems where errors are impossible, not just fixable. Say next when ready.